Swing Club is now in session. And so we herald the opening of the first anniversary session of the Saturday Night Swing Club, marking a full year of a series of programs devoted by the Columbia Network to that thing called swing. In celebration, we have an hour-and-a-half international roundup of the world's greatest swing artists. And here's your old swing commentator, Paul Douglas. And what I'm talking about from way back, ever since the program got started, old Paul Douglas all set to open our gala session. Swing it, Mr. Douglas.
Thank you very much, and thank you, Mel Allen. Greetings, brothers and sisters of the Saturday Night Swing Club throughout the nation and to our shortwave listeners all over the world. It's Saturday swing time, it's anniversary time, and here's the big session we've been telling you about. It was just a year ago tonight when everybody was predicting the death of swing. It was a passing fad, you know. I stepped up to a microphone to announce the opening meeting of the Saturday Night Swing Club. We knew at that time that there were swing fans all over the country, fans that wanted to hear a real session. But to be honest, we had no idea that there was such a huge audience. It's been you swing fans and your overwhelming reception that's responsible for the swing session being 1 year old tonight. It proves conclusively that there's an enthusiastic worldwide audience of all ages interested in authentic swing performed by top-notch artists. But we're going to stop talking to you about swing. We're going to give it to you. As Brother Fats Cupid Waller would say, gentlemen, a superb session. And here's the all-star lineup of the hot music world guests on our list tonight. Just listen to this. Duke Ellington with Barnaby Gard, Cootie Williams, Harry Cooper, and Juan Tizol, Casper Reardon, Adrian Rollini with Frankie Victor and Haig Stevens, Bunny Berigan, Kay Thompson and the Rhythm Singers, Glen Gray and his Casa Loma band from California. I'm not halfway through. Pee Wee Hunt, Les Lieber, Stephane Grappelly and his Quintet coming from Paris by shortwave, Benny Goodman's Quartet with Teddy Wilson, Gene Krupa and Lionel Hampton from Pittsburgh, Claude Thornhill, Carl Kress, Dick McDonough, our own Raymond Scott Quintet, and the Swing Club Band conducted by Lee Stevens. Yeah, man. How's that sound? Oh, yeah. All right. Save it. For a warm-up, Leith and the Swing Club Band get right into the groove with Van Cleve's really riding arrangement of Panamania. And mind you, that's just a warm-up. Our session opens in a big way by presenting as our first guest a great personality in the modern music world. Composer, arranger, pianist, Duke Ellington. I want you to come on, Duke.
Thank you very much.
Duke, I got a few things I want to say right from the heart and the shoulder. You're a favorite and a charter member of the Saturday Night Swing Club, and we're mighty proud and pleased to be able to have you dash over from the Cotton Club and bring trumpeter Cootie Williams, clarinetist Barney Bigard, saxophonist Harry Carney, and Juan Tizol with that. What's that he plays? I never.
A valve trombone.
Well, now, when you put them all together, what are you going to play?
We're going to play Frolic Sam.
Frolic Sam?
Frolic Sam.
Sounds good to me, and I'm sure it suits everybody here. Duke, we're off.
Okay.
Thank you, Duke Ellington. Thank you, gang, for coming over. And we want to thank the Cotton Club management for holding up their show for us. Now, we don't have to tell you much about our next guest, Casper Reardon. He's been featured on several of our sessions, and it's always a particular pleasure to have him on. An accomplished symphony harpist, he's living proof of our contention that swing music doesn't have to be blatant. It can be delicate and charming. And Casper's going to bring us his swing harp version of Fat Swallow's grand tune, Ain't Misbehavin'. Casper, you're on. Thank you, Casper Reardon. It was really swell. Now, the next tune that Lee Stevens and the lads are going to give out on is one that really made the Good Book of Rhythm this past swing year. Composed originally in the traditional hallowed fugue form, it strayed a trifle from the beaten track. And the next thing we knew, there it was being featured on our swing session. Of course, I refer to Raymond Scott's immortal classic, Swing, Swing, Mother-in-Law. Swinging tonight. We haven't begun to warm up yet. Now, way back in the days of that great band, the California Ramblers, and ever since then, Adrian Rollini has been associated with a definite swing style. You know him as a talented soloist who plays a dozen different instruments. As a matter of fact, he appeared on our swing session playing a hot fountain pen one night. And it's a fact, really. And Adrian was one of the very first to use the vibraharp as a solo swing instrument. And tonight, backed up by Frankie Victor and Haig Stevens, he's going to give us an original vibraharp solo and its rebound. First, I want you to meet him. Adrian Rollini. Give him a hand. All right, Adrian, take it out of the little black bag. You're on, kid. Thank you, Adrian. That was really swell, and we're going to have a terrific jam session at the end, so I hope you hang around. And now, you know, when the boys in the band get a kick out of a rhythm singer, she must be great. For in the jazz circles, musicians are peculiarly critical and recognize very few as authentic swing singers. Our first lady of rhythm, Kay Thompson, one of the great singing stars of radio, is a lady who really sends a band. Kay, come on out and take a bow, will you, kid? And to further emphasize everything I've just said, Kay is going to give us a swell oldie, It Had to Be You. Kay?
It had to be you. It had to be you. I wandered around, finally found somebody who could make me be blue, could make me be blue, could make me be glad, even be sad, thinking of you. Some others I see might never be mean, might never be cross or try to be boss, but they wouldn't do. For nobody else gave me a thrill. With all your faults, I love you still. It had to be you, had to be you, wonderful you. Why do I do just as you say? Why must I just give you your way? Why do I sigh? Why don't I try to forget? It must have been that something love called fate kept on saying I had to wait. I saw them all, just couldn't call till we met. It had to be you, had to be you. I wandered around, finally found somebody who could make me be blue, could make me be glad, could make me be sad, thinking of you. Some others I've seen might never be mean, might never be cross, tried to be boss, but they wouldn't do. For nobody else gave me a thrill. With all your faults, I love you still. It had to be you, had to be you. It had to be you.
Thank you, Kay, darling. That was grand. Now, serious. Way back in 1936, one full year ago, when the swing session first got underway, one of our mainstays was Bunny Berigan and his terrific trumpet. As all you swing fans know, Bunny has had a lot of success with his own band, and right now, they're at the Hotel Pennsylvania ready to salute us. And Bunny, my boy, we couldn't hold an anniversary unless we heard from you. I don't know what you're going to play, but I do know that it's all right with us. So, Bunny, swing it, son.
And now, Swing It, Paul Douglas.
All right, Bunny, my boy. You really were right in
Oh,
there.
here's some wires. Just
All
came
right,
in.
Mel Allen, go ahead and read one.
Here's one. Says, you deserve recognition for a remarkable series of swing programs, signed Cab Calloway.
Got some more?
Yeah, here's another one from the Carl Kahn's Downbeat Publishing Company in Chicago. The wire reads, Downbeat extends its heartiest congratulations to all those hardy souls who pioneered the first genuine swing air program. Stop. A hearty welcome to those grand musicians from across the sea, the French Hot Quintet, and may each anniversary be attended with the good taste and popularity that this one enjoys. Stop. Regards to Columbia's thousands of rhythm cats.
That's pretty good. I like it, yeah.
Oh, and here's another one, Paul.
What's this?
Here's one we're going to like. The wire reads, Swing is the thing, and your program has it plenty. Will Hudson and Eddie DeLange.
Are you making these up as you go along?
Well,
Or
of course.
these
Now, we got lots of them.
Let
I
me
got
see the next
many
one.
of them here.
Oh, here's one. Can I read this
Sure.
now?
All right,
Thanks.
Paul, I'll let you go right ahead.
Congratulations on Swing Club anniversary. Long may the program swing. Signed, Irving Mills. Oh, that's great.
That's good.
Mel, I think we
lots
got to
more
move
of 'em.
on. Will you open some more and come back in a
Yeah,
few
all
minutes?
right, Paul.
Thanks a lot. Now, you know, it was the Saturday before Christmas and all through the house. Yes, it was the Saturday night before Christmas. And a small combination out of the Swing Club band calling themselves the Toy Town Quintet gave us Raymond Scott's Christmas fantasy, the toy trumpet. A few weeks later, they came back with a new composition. Yes, you know the one I mean, Twilight in Turkey. Now, wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. They followed that one up with Powerhouse. You ain't heard nothing yet, see? Oh, see? And then after that, there were other wacky masterpieces. Well, these were recorded and won worldwide acclaim as something new in jazz, and naturally we're very proud of them. And here they are, the Raymond Scott Quintet, and their first is the ultra jazz impression titled Powerhouse. Well, that was the Raymond Scott Quintet. I want to give you the personnel. Johnny Williams on the drums, Dave Harris, saxophone. Wait a minute, thank you. Pete Familio, clarinet, Dave Wade, trumpet, Lou Shuby, bass, Raymond Scott at the piano. But don't you cats get worried. They'll be back later, and they're going to play Twilight and Turkey. But right now, we got to get very technical and tell you once and for all that this is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Saturday Night Swing Club continues in session with its Gala First Anniversary program. It looks as though it will continue until 1:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time, during which time you'll hear these stars of the swing world. Glen Gray and his Casa Loma Band, Pee Wee Hunt, Leslie Lieber, the Stephane Grappelly Quintet coming from Paris by shortwave, Benny Goodman and his famous Quartet, Kay Thompson, Claude Thornhill, Carl Kress, and Dick McDonough and the famous Raymond Scott Quintet, with Leith Stevens and the Swing Band and Paul Douglas, our swing commentator. And now, California salutes the Swing Club anniversary with one of the bands chiefly responsible for the revival of hot music, Glen Gray and his Casa Loma Band from the Palomar in Los Angeles. Swing it, Glen.
Greetings, Saturday Night Swing Club. We're glad to be sitting in on tonight's session, and I feel it's fitting that our contribution be a real swingaroo. Hunt's got a little sermon to get off. So listen carefully, brothers and sisters of the Saturday Night Swing Club.
Brothers, sisters, I got a message to bring to you. Listen closely. Pay attention, what I'm saying is true. Old devils can't get you if you do as I tell you to. Listen, my children, just sing a song and the devil is through. Now it was my good fortune to be down in Mississippi up on revival day. Heard a deacon tell to his little congregation, listen while I say, when temptation comes to you to do the things you shouldn't do, just sing a song, you won't go wrong, it will pull you through. Cause devil is afraid of music. Sing, brother, sing. And when you feel him hanging round you, cling, brother, cling. Now don't nobody try to be excused, cause if you do, you'll surely be refused. joys are harmonizing. Cling, brother, cling. You never know joy you may bring. Just like a string, you need a pole. You need good music to brighten up your soul. Devil is afraid of music. Sing, brother, sing. Now, brothers and sisters, Deacon Watts will play just like Gabriel on Judgment Day. Come on, Deacon, blow that horn. Get religion just shows you're born. Oh, play it, Deacon, play it, boy. And here's Brother Hutch with his clarinet. Folks, you ain't heard nothing yet. Now then, folks, we're going to lead the way. Come on, boys, everybody say ho, 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 ho. Many people nowadays find their amusement in the wrong kind of way. Definitely afraid of music. Sing, brothers, sing. Now, brothers, sisters, that's my story and I'm all through. Goodbye, children. Let that be a lesson to you.
It was great sitting in on tonight's session. And now we're going to take you back to Columbia's 45th Street Playhouse. So swing it, New York.
Let's give those boys they can hear that out there. Thank you, Glen. Thank you, Pee Wee, and all the boys. That was really swell, and I know you'll be very happy to know that back here, grind and gain at the controls, is none other than little old Bertram Mundorf. He's still with you, boys. That's our engineer there. I think we ought to give him a big hand right now. Sure enough. Now, we're getting back to this good old swing. A few months ago, we presented a novelty on one of our weekly sessions that turned out to be, I think, without reservation, mildly terrific. Leslie Lieber and that 10-cent celluloid fife of his. All right, Les, come on out here. I'll tell him about you. Atta boy. You see, Les is a newspaper man, but like so many of us, he wanted to get off on some swing in his spare time. So while he was over in Paris, he got himself a 10-cent, a dime fife and started to noodle around. I'm not going to tell you how it worked out because here he is and he's going to get around on crazy rhythm. Les Lieber. About it. He's going to do some more, but first, Les, I've called this sort of a 10-cent fife and celluloid. Suppose you explain just exactly what it is. I wouldn't know whether it's a fife or what.
Well, I wouldn't either, Paul. You see, it can't be ennobled by the name flute, and it's not a piccolo. How would you like it if I called it a fife and ten?
I wouldn't like it, but suppose you just play another tune. I'll quit.
All right. Nobody's sweetheart.
Oh, you cats think you've heard swing? Have you cats had half enough yet? Well, that's the spirit. All right, now, last year, some interesting recordings from France found their way to America, and the swing fans here discovered a distinctly European contribution to swing, a string combination that swung in a style that was off the beaten track of hot music. The combination was the Hot Club of France Quintet, with Stephane Grappelly on violin and a sensational guitarist, Django Reinhardt, backed up by two other guitars and a string bass. They've been heard in America only on records, and the Swing Club thought it would be swell to bring them in direct from Paris. So here we go to France by shortwave, where it's almost, well, it's about 20 minutes of 6 in the morning. So if the gods of the Atlantic will please be kind and give us good reception, we have a treat. Swing it, Paris.
First, Djangology, a composition of Stephane Grappelly.